Hey everybody, and welcome to our first session of Wilderness Survival Stories. Many times for your journal, I'm going to be asking you to respond to a story that I find online and read to you. Okay, so this is a chance for you just to sit back and listen. I've also given the link in the activity, so if you don't want to listen to me talk at all, then you can go and read it yourself. And the question that needs to be responded to will be provided in the activity as well, or at the end of this video if you just hold on and listen. So here's our first story. In June 1992, Colby Coombs was a 25-year-old National Outdoor Leadership School instructor on vacation in the Alaska Range with his friends Britt Kellogg and Tom Walter. The trio headed off for the 17,400-foot Mount Forker and over 3 days attempted to put up a new direct finish on its Pink Panther route. But as they neared their goal, the storm moved in and the mountain let loose. The avalanche knocked Coombs and his companions 800 feet down the side of the face. When Coombs awoke 6 hours later, he was dangling from his rope, suffering from 2 fractured vertebrae in his neck, a broken shoulder blade, and a fractured ankle. He swung over to Walter, who was also hanging on a rope nearby, but his friend's face was fully masked in ice and he was dead. A day later, Coombs found his old college roommate, Kellogg, who had also been killed. Over the next 4 days, Coombs shut out all thoughts of his dead friends and laboriously picked his way down the mountain. I just had to keep my eyes open and ignore the pain, remembers Coombs, who now runs the Alaska Mountaineering School in his hometown of Talkeetna. After reaching base camp, he still had to complete a dangerous 5-mile crossing of Talkeetna Glacier with no way to rescue himself if he fell into a crevice. Crevice is a big crack in the ice. Against all odds, he made it. Today, the 37-year-old Coombs constantly emphasizes safety in his AMS courses. I don't tell my story much, only when it comes up during teachable moments, he says. But if you do get into trouble, anything that gets in the way of your success has to be eliminated. Emotion, fear, pain. It's the mental things that will impede your survival. Okay, so a pretty crazy story, right? This guy went through quite a bit just to survive, and this is after seeing both of his close friends dead and having to make that crazy trek down the mountain. So we've all been in certain situations where emotion and fear have played a part. I don't know how many of you have been involved in these situations while in the outdoors. However, I want you to do the best to the best of your ability. Try to think of a situation where you have felt fear while being in the outdoors. This might just be walking home from somewhere in your community, or it might be an actual camping trip or somewhere out in a wilderness survival situation. I want you to describe to me what fear feels like. Be creative. Don't just I don't want just one sentence here. I want a good description of what fear feels like and what part it plays in the decisions you make. Okay, so there's 2 main questions. What does fear feel like? And what part does it play in the decisions you make? Okay, so this will need to be in the next pages of your journal. A couple pages is fine by me. Make sure that you do include this, because it will be part of the checklist, and I will be checking. And if this isn't completed, you'll have to go back and do it again anyways. And this is the same for anything that goes in that journal. Okay, so good luck with that. And if there's any questions, let me know.